I think on number 19, the easiest way, let's distribute to each problem. So 2.5 times 2, well, that will be 5x to the fifth, won't it? X squared times x cubed. I wrote squared, but I want to the fifth. Sorry about that. I think I'm going to blow this up a little bit so it's easier to see. Okay, then I'll take 2.5 times negative 10, and I'll get negative 25 x to the fourth. And then 2.5 times 1 will be 2.5 x cubed. Okay, now we'll do the same thing on the next one. 6 times 9 is 54. I'll have y to the third, z to the third. Don't do anything with the z's on that one. Minus 6 times 4 is 24. And then we already have the y, and then z to the fourth. And on part 3, we're just going to multiply v squared w, so I'll get v squared. I have 1 w and 3 w's makes w to the fourth, plus 3v to the fourth, and then w, because don't do anything with that w, minus 180 v to the seventh, and then w. Now let's look at our choices here. We'll start with A. The value of expression 1 when x equals 1 is greater than 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just replace x with 1 in each of these problems, or on each term in problem 1. So I get 5 times 1, so I get 5. I think I'll write that over here. So 5, and then minus 25, and then plus 25. Well, that will give me 5, won't it? So the value of expression 1 when x equals 1 is going to be greater than 0. Well, that's true, isn't it? So we definitely know K is going to be a true choice. Okay, 2 of the expressions have a degree greater than 5. Well, the first one has a degree of 5. The second one, I can see a degree of 6 and a degree of 6. So that one is correct also. When v equals negative 2 and w equals 2, the value of expression 3 is negative. Well, let's do expression 3. So I'm going to say negative 2 squared. Whoops. Times w times 2 to the fourth. Whoops. Okay, plus 3 times v, which is going to be negative 2 to the fourth. And then w, which is 2. 2, not w. Then minus 180, and then v to the seventh, so it'll be negative 2 to the seventh, and times positive 2. Well, when I square negative, I get a positive. So my first term is going to be 4, and t, or 4 to the fourth, try that again, 2 to the fourth is 16. And then plus 3, negative 2 to the fourth will be a positive 16, times 2. Then I'll have minus 180 times negative 2 to the 7th power. Well, 2 to the 7th power would be negative 128 times 2. Okay, if I take 4 times 16, I get 64. I take 3 times 16, that's 48, times 2 gives me 96. If I take a negative times a negative, I get a positive. So notice I get 180 times 128 times 2, that's 46,080. I don't even have to do the second part to see that's false, because it's going to be positive, isn't it? Expression 3 has the greatest degree. Well, let's take a look here. I know for expression 1, that's 5. I know expression 2 is 6. And expression 3 is going to be 8, isn't it? Because 7 plus 1 is 8. The other ones we don't add, but we can see them. So expression 3 has the greatest degree. That one is true. Okay, let's raise this up a little bit. The simplified form of expression 3, or expression 2, is 54 y cubed z cubed minus 24 y z to the 4th. Well, that's true. And expression 1 has a degree of 5. So they're all true except choice N. Let's take a look at question 20. Pearl and Ted. Well, let's distribute for Pearl and see if Pearl is right. So if we take 2x squared times 3x squared, we get 6x to the 4th. 2x squared times 4x is 8x. Oh, you see the problem there? Pearl is incorrect because the middle term is negative, or is x squared. It should be x cubed. Let's check out Ted. So if we distribute for Ted, and notice the first term is okay because that's 6x to the 4th. Now let's check if the second term, 2 times 4 is 8, x squared times x, there's our x cubed. 2 times 2 is 4, tack on the x squared. So Ted is correct. And there's that one.